Here's the thing. I'm going to ask you right now to try to abstain from coughing like a fucking horse. Because it sucks. And this is the 50th take of a video that has to be out on a certain deadline. So let's try this once again for the 150th time. This is NXT TakeOver Pheonix. And we're going to have to issue a fair warning to Royal Rumble, just like we do just after any event, after any takeover. And it's, dude, you got to step your game up here. Now, to be fair, it is Royal Rumble tomorrow. Yeah. So that means we may get a surprise entrant like, I don't know, that fat, large Sumi did back in the fucking, the Saudi Arabian one.
Yeah.
That was a piece of shit. One. Anyway, this was not a piece of shit on like the fucking Saudi Arabian turd fest. This was a takeover, which means instantly we're going to get some form of quality, right? The question is how much quality. Isn't that refreshing?
Yeah.
How much quality are we get versus
how good it's going to be, not whether it's going to be a stanker.
No, well, yeah, with the main roster events, it's how much crap are we going to get? Is it going to be enough so that we could stand it? No, with takeovers, it's how much quality are we going to get? And the answer here is, well, stay tuned to find out. First off, we had War Raiders versus the Undisputed Era, most notably our boys, or my boy, Roddy, versus your boy, I guess, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing him on you.
Is he my boy?
He is now, just because, I don't want to give Roddy up. But, this was, in my opinion, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this. This is probably War Raiders' best showing on NXT so far.
It is.
And I'm including, the War Games. This was great, man. This is why they brought War Raiders over. This was strength versus agility, brute force versus athleticism.
Plus throw in the War Raiders actually being really athletic too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they both have the other side, but this was the War Raiders really showing that what they're renowned for.
Yeah.
So this was great. This was a great showing from them. This was. I'm not gonna say I was turned off by them previously. Obviously not. I had seen their work before, but I was like, when are we gonna get to the War Raiders we want to see in NXT? This was it. So
I still think this is really corny.
What? Well, yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah. Anybody but Dio doing that is corny. But the point is, I absolutely love this match. What ended up happening at the end was that the War Raiders are, in fact, the new tag team champions. And let me tell you, man, first of all, again, the build-up to the ending was chaotic. At times, sometimes the rules were just thrown out the window.
Yeah.
But that was all right. It was so exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's like one of the fastest matches I've seen in a while.
Yeah. It was pretty insane.
That was still really well put together and not just a mess.
Yeah. And you totally disregard the fact that, rules are kind of being eschewed because you're having so much fun. But anyway, the conclusion of this ended with a power slam, / powerbomb combo that they're known for, the War Raiders are known for. And then a final leg drop from Hansen to Kyle O'Reilly, and that was that. And, man, but aside from that, was there any negatives to this match?
No, not that I can think of, other than it reminded me of Mbop.
Horrible that you even have to say that. But, no negatives for me. Again, kind of ludicrous when you think about it, the people were just going around kicking each other's asses with no regard to what the fuck the rules of a tag team match are. It was even acknowledged a few times, but... fuck it, man. It's that fun. Brutal at times. There's that cough. You're supposed to take over?
It's not good.
Take over when I'm coughing over here.
NXT TakeOver?
But yeah, man, absolutely a wonderful match. If anything, it made me scared for the rest of the event.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, that's something to live up to right there.
It was one of those strong starts.
So, next was the bro himself. The original bro, if you will. Matt Riddle versus Ono. Matt Riddle, he's a recent addition, and I gotta say he's won me over fairly fucking quick.
Yeah.
Of course, Ono is a classic.
Yeah, he's my boy. He's got them cottage cheese size.
Cottage cheese fucking legs like crazy. You could dip some shit into that.
And then baby's got
chips.
slimier too.
Yeah, look, Ono's not looking like his Chris Hero days. Let's just face those facts. But he's still quite the athlete, surprisingly, despite his size. In fact, he's kind of painful to look at sometimes. Like, fuck, dude, you're fat as fuck now.
Dropping on fools.
Yeah, don't be fucking doing sentons on motherfuckers. That's like this fuck doing a senton on,
on the seat.
I don't know, Yeah, on that seat for one, it's buckling under the pressure.
It's not good.
I'm not, fucking like I don't know, Sweet D from Sunny D.
Yeah,
you know? Sunny D.
Sunny D
from It's Always Sunny. Look, man, I need some fucking vitamin D in my ass or something. Vitamin C. I'm sorry. What's the fucking shit for colds? You know that vitamin.
That one, yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic here. The point is, it's the Bro versus the Knockout Artist, and he's made a ridicule, basically a fool out of Ono up to this point. So it's kind of like this grudge match, almost like Ono needs to prove something, and I thought maybe this was gonna be like Ono turning the tables a little, but that was not the case. In fact, he ended up tapping at the end of this match, which is kind of surprising. It was after an array of elbow strikes, but that was after he had kind of done like this weird suplex from a rear naked choke type of thing on him. So yeah, but basically he just gave up after. I mean, not gave up, but tapped out after these elbow strikes. Excuse me, and that kind of surprising ending, man. Not bad. I'm not saying that was bad. I was just like, whoa, that's crazy.
It's definitely one of those things that they're building something.
Yeah, you can tell there's something. Maybe they're building up to the eventual. He gives up, and there's the Brono coming up because the whole bro fist thing is a story angle apparently. Yeah. So either way, whatever we're getting, these guys have created something interesting, which is good for Ono because he needed.
Yeah, he was kind of in the back burner for a while.
And but Matt Riddle really looking good, man. Any negatives for you in this match?
None that I can think of. I like Riddle now. I always liked him, but he was really. This was like a showcase for him. Yeah, he got to show off a lot of his strengths. Literally, sometimes picking up Ono's gigantic bow dice. It was a pretty good match. Yeah, there was some interesting moments in it too. Not to say that there was uninteresting moments, but some standout moments. Let's say that there was this part where fucking Cash Sono does a foot stomp on his fucking face. Literally, goes into his mouth. Yeah, it was maybe a bit too stiff. He was up against the ropes, so there was no give. Yeah, and he was like bleeding. I mean, you'd think there'd be give on the ropes, but he was positioned in such a way. Yeah, he was like where the foot just went into the mouth, which caused some bleeding, of course. And then there was some stepping on the old Tootsies. Yeah, and then he bit the Tootsie. That was weird. Just wanted to say Tootsies for toes, just because. But yeah, man, overall this match was pretty hard hitting, pretty cool, man. Like you say, a showcase for Matt Riddle, and one that really, if you didn't like the guy already, this would presumably push you over to like him quite a bit. I want to point your cough away from the old mic there. Good. Well, anyway, next was Gargano versus Ricochet. Mm-hmm. Of course, Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, who had another match during this event, are a big focal point. It's the story that keeps on giving. Yeah. So the big question was who's going to do what and whose match. More on that later. Although I guess that kind of spoils it. But anyway, the point is Gargano versus Ricochet was the next match. It was for North American belt, which Ricochet was holding. And I say was because, yes, he dropped the belt, man. He dropped the belt to Gargano after an off-the-rope DDT. This was after he kind of dumped him on the concrete, It was a theme that would recur later with the Ciampa match. But yeah, man, this for me was possibly the match of the night. Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna give it to War Raiders one, but this was probably my favorite one. I think this one technically was more impressive. Yeah. Whereas the War Raiders was just kind of more fun. Yeah. This one was pretty damn impressive, and then the amount of spots they had going on, and like just chains of spots going on, was pretty damn great. I think there was also a good chance for Ricochet, who, I mean, I hate to say it, but Daniel Bryan's kind of right in his gimmick. Wrestling fans are fickle as fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give them any reason to bitch and they'll bitch. And boy, howdy will they bitch. I just had an argument with a guy about Ronda Rousey, which is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, dude. You don't have to like the person to admit that they're okay or at least very good. The point is... Shout out to that guy that came in and told you won. Yeah. Thanks, guy. The point is,
the Ricochet argument has always been is he just flips the guy.
Yeah.
And this was a match that allowed him to display his technical side a lot more.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, allowed Gargano to kind of display his more athletic side. So it was a tit for tat kind of match, and they both did incredibly well for each other to the point where both parties won over each other's supporters in a way. You know, it was just a frenzy of love towards this match by the end.
Yeah.
You know, and I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it. This was a fucking fantastic match. Some really tough spots, of course, as expected from Ricochet. A lot of high-flying weirdness, some over-the-turnbuckle shit.
Yeah.
Supermaning over that shit. Gargano took a particularly nasty spill onto his ribs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was dumped over the top rope.
Yeah, he was thrown over the rope, and he just lands on his back and rib area.
Yeah,
it looked nasty as hell.
It was pretty bad, man. But what did you think about this? You know, the belt being won by Gargano. You approve? Do not approve?
I approve because, I think whatever they're building, I'm totally down with whatever they're doing with him and Ciampa.
Yeah, they could virtually build the entire male storylines around the Gargano Ciampa thing if they wanted to, really. So yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I'm totally for it. Ricochet had his run.
Yeah.
He'll have his run again, I am sure. I mean, he's destined to be a star. I mean, he already is a star. But he's destined to be a bigger star. In the meantime, this Gargano getting the belts just allows for this bigger storyline to take the center stage again. So that was really good. But yeah, overall, what really was, for me, the winner was the match itself. Story or not. This could have had no story attached to it. Fucking match was pretty fucking great. So yeah. Next, we have Bianca Belair, your girl, versus Shayna, evil baby Baszler.
Yeah, she looked like an evil baby.
Looking like an evil baby.
Like the boss baby.
An evil dyke baby, no less.
Yeah, with a weird low ass area.
And a very, very, very prominent forehead and or receding hairline. I don't know, one or two. Ask Sasha Banks.
This is the biggest descriptor of all time.
Yeah. That being said, I love Shayna. She's awesome. Would totally bang her. Don't know why.
Yeah, me too.
You know, she looks like an evil fucking fetus, and she's a dyke, so she wouldn't want anything to do with me.
Wait,
but I'm pretty sure she's a dyke. I'm just gonna go with she's a dyke.
All right.
If she's not a dyke, I owe you $10 or something. So don't look it up. But the point is, Shayna, of course, is the women's champ. This was for the women's championship belt. And you know what? What did you think of this ending? Spoiler, Shayna retains.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? Agree? Don't agree?
I'm okay with it. I think it would have been cool to have a change.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way they did it was fine. And I'm fine with it. Yeah. It made her look strong, Bianca, in that, she hung on for a long time. It does suck that her streak, I guess, is over, but it was done in a good way, I thought. So yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I would say I'm more enthusiastic for it. Same sentiments. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more enthusiastic for Shayna having retained.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. We need a monster heel like her. And she's really good at the monster heel.
Especially because she just got her cronies. It would be kind of lame if she just lost it, now.
Yeah, it really would. So they're building up something with her and the other two. Jessamine looks like a weird Slender Man version. What's her last name? Jessamine Duke.
Puke.
Puke is much. Look, she's a weird looking chick.
Jessamine Dude.
Just saying. And Marina Shafir. So yeah, it would be kind of foolish to strip her of a title at that moment. On top of that, it was kind of like done in the way where, like you said, they protected Bianca.
Yeah.
But they also protected Shayna because really the interference, there was interference at the end, towards the end of the other two of her cronies, didn't really have much to do with the results.
Yeah.
Really, this match was a match that solidified at its, or I should say, reached its peak of quality at the ass end of it. Not to say that the rest of it was shit, but I'm saying, that's when it really gelled into something great.
Yeah.
And it was because Bianca really won that crowd over.
Yeah.
You know, Bianca's kind of like a divisive figure because she was kind of a heel to begin with. And then she was kind of in that middle ground where she's too egotistical.
Yeah,
her character
yeah, it's true.
To be a full-on baby face.
So they basically did the thing they did with Stone Cold back in the day where he doesn't quit. He didn't quit.
And that's exactly what happened, man. And who any doubters in the crowd were won over by Bianca, I think. And anyways, it felt that way. And that storyline really sold. So Bianca really comes out the winner in that respect. And on top of that, Shayna comes out the winner, literally, and continues the streak, this monster streak of hers. So yeah, man, I was very enthusiastic for that reason.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, it was a win for Shayna. It was a Kirifuda clutch after a top rope maneuver was reversed, basically. It is notable to mention that Bianca did kind of like, she kind of fought out of a Kirifuda clutch before. Which was really cool, man. It really was cool. And then it looked like she was, it was really that kind of like pushing to the limits type of scenario. And then she just gave up, or not gave up, but she caved into the pressure of it, if you will. So it was a really great match, especially towards that end third of it.
Yeah. Plus you got Bianca Belair whipping what's her face.
Yeah, a little whip,
little mark,
proving that it hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this. I'm pretty sure that that little ponytail stinks. I'm just saying.
Like fart?
Smells like something, right?
Yeah.
It's got to smell. But anyway, the point is, the next match was the main event, and this was Aleister Black versus Ciampa. And, of course, this was kind of like in the works for a while because of Aleister Black's injury. It was supposed to be a three-way match at one point, but this is what it boiled down to. And really, I'm glad that Aleister got hurt, because it just ultimately ended up benefiting what's happening with Ciampa and Gargano.
Yeah.
And but that really comes at the end of this match. Really, it comes after the match. This was, of course, for the NXT Championship. And, just telling you straight out here, Aleister did not get back his championship. Ciampa kept it, which I don't know about you, but I think that was the right decision.
Yeah.
But... And then, by the way, this was after Aleister had kicked out of 2 fairy tale endings. So it was it wasn't like for lack of trying or anything. It wasn't some flop over, I'm just going to put this dude over type of move. It was a legitimate battle, if you will. But ultimately, this was all for what happened afterwards, really. Which was once Ciampa was celebrating, going up the ramp, Gargano comes out and they exchange a look, and basically they celebrate in tandem, giving, this kind of burgeoning storyline somewhat of a new beginning, which is that DIY will reform, only now Gargano has been lured to the darker side of it, So, yeah, man, I mean, really that's the payoff to this match.
Pretty much.
The match itself, it was really just Ciampa tearing down Aleister until he did exactly that, tore him down.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to the match. It wasn't a great show or spectacle, which is one thing I will say. I think the match should have been maybe a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I
maybe
agree.
Just a little bit shorter.
It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Just a little too long.
It's just considering that this was what it was supposed to be to benefit this other storyline. It should have maybe been cropped a little. But yeah. Or, I mean, if not cropped, let Aleister do a little more at the beginning, maybe.
Because basically what it boiled down to was Aleister holding his knee for like most of the match.
And again, that protected Aleister because basically it said he can't do what he does best.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad we both agree on that.
It's just not a very interesting thing to see.
Considering it's the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it should have been moved to somewhere else. Maybe they should have put Bianca and Shayna as the main event. I mean, it's the women's championship
or
at least.
Gargano.
Or, any other belt maybe, considering that that's what they were going to do. But, again, considering that the ending events...
And the championship that...
Yeah, so...
Pretty much the one.
The placement was right. The length was the issue, really, is what we're getting to here. But... that's not to say that it was out of place, it was weird, or it sucked. Obviously not. I'll take I'll take a lesser match from NXT over a main roster match still. Although the main roster is changing, so we shall see. But in the meantime, we know that NXT is always going to deliver, and deliver they did. Let's give our final thoughts on this whole event and a final rating for NXT TakeOver Pheonix. Hit me with it.
I think, as always, TakeOver shows me why I like wrestling. After being kind of burned out for the last couple weeks, this kind of was like, this gave me them tingles again. Mm-hmm. Especially with that Ricochet match. I think that one's going to be one of those that people remember as one of the greats. Yeah, I mean, the freaking Rumble's going to have to do something cool tomorrow.
Telling me they're going to bring Sumi back, or dude, maybe Baba Tunde.
If they bring Sumi, then yeah, this one sucked. But as of now, pretty damn great. I'll give it a 8.5. I think I'm only reducing some points because of the final main event. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it was pretty great.
Yeah, man, another winner. I echo that sentiment. 8.5 as well. And yeah, man, I mean, just can NXT do any wrong at this point? Really, now they should just make NXT its own thing.
Yeah.
Because why waste all this talent on the main roster?
It's always tragic to see someone get pulled up because you know that potentially they'll be wasted.
So I don't know. For now, we could just hope that Gargano and the Undisputed Era and all these characters can stay on this on the Black and Gold brand for a while anyway.
Yeah.
But enjoy it while you can, because tomorrow is Royal Rumble, and let me tell you,
your soul is gonna be.
I'm hoping that my soul doesn't shrivel, and that Baba Tunde makes his epic return. You know Baba Tunde, right? That guy.
I got my money on Sumi.
Anyway, tell us what you think about this event. Hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons, because we're out.